So Dean Guitars, what the hell is going on over there? Let's go back to 1997 when Elliot Rubinson restarted the company. Elliot was a very successful businessman, owned a lot of music retail stores and restaurants, catering, things like that. And his passion for music and guitars got him into thinking, hey, let's reinstate the Dean brand. Got in touch with Dean Zielinski, the original owner and designer of Dean Guitars, and started building Dean Guitars again. And it was a really ambitious undertaking, but I think the guitar and rock and roll community was very excited and got behind it. So many people love Dean Guitars, and a lot of great players used them in the 80s, like Nancy Wilson, Sammy Hagar, Dimebag Darrell, to name a few. So the company started building up slowly over the years. Armadillo Music was born. They took over the D-Drum brand. They took over Luna acoustic guitars and ukuleles. Things were going really, really well. Unfortunately, a few years back, Elliot got very ill. I think it was brain cancer, and he passed away. After he passed away, his son, Evan Rubinson, took over the company. And Evan was a young guy, but had business experience. Not so much maybe in the guitar world, but look, he grew up around this, and I'm sure his dad taught him a lot. So during the time Evan had the company, things really started to go south. Dean lost a lot of their iconic endorsees like Michelangelo Badio, they lost Dave Mustaine, they lost Rusty Cooley, and then they lost probably their most iconic endorsee, Dimebag Darrell, or the Dimebag Darrell estate. And as you can imagine, Dean was selling a lot of Dean MLs and Flying Vs and all these other guitars because of these endorsees. The other problem, during all this, the Gibson Corporation decided to sue Dean Guitars because they felt their Flying V and Explorer-shaped guitars were a direct infringement on the Gibson designs, which in a way they were. The bodies really did look like those designs, but then again, Dean had always made those designs, so why now? Anyway, Armadillo and Dean Guitars decided to fight the lawsuit, and it turned into this big battle. It's been going on for years. Eventually, Gibson won. And even though they weren't awarded the money that Gibson had originally asked for, you can imagine that Dean Guitars probably spent a ton of money fighting this lawsuit. At the same time, while all this was going on, it turns out that Evan Rubinson, for whatever reason, embezzled close to $500,000 from the company, and his mom had to have him escorted by the police out of the building. And now Pam Rubinson, Evan's mom and Elliot's wife, has been running the company, and I'm sure it's something that she probably doesn't want to do or didn't want to take on, but it was like thrown in her lap. Dean has some good people working there, and they're doing their best to, figure it all out, but Dean is in a lot of turmoil, and there's a lot of bad stuff. Money's tight. The other problem is they've promised certain new guitars and product, not really a lot available. Their USA department is backed up 2 years, I believe, to get a guitar. But the bottom line is they are definitely in some trouble in a lot of ways, because not only is it financial, but I'm sure by now, since it's been years and years that this is going on, a lot of the hardcore Dean fans have probably moved away, and especially the Dimebag Darrell guys, who were a big part of their sales. So what is the future of Dean and Armadillo? We'll have to wait and see, but it's rough right now. I hope they can pull through. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe to the channel.